Good morning, everyone. I'm going to ask the rowdy crowd in the sanctuary to settle down. I'm Reverend Marjorie Contenti, and it's my pleasure to be leading the meditation this morning here at our beautiful Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to the folks who are joining us online today, and welcome to everyone that's in the sanctuary. So let's begin by taking a nice full breath and letting that breath go. Not forcing the breath, just noticing. When you are taking the breath, are you doing it mindfully? Are you aware of the life-giving energy that the breath gives us? Are you aware that most of the time our breathing is automatic, that life supports us without us even being aware of it in every moment? Breathing in and breathing out in your own rhythm. Well done to all of you being here today, being here for the meditation, giving yourself this gift of just about 15 minutes to be with yourself. Sometimes in the busyness of our lives, we can be more human doing than human being. So today, these few moments are your gift to yourself to get reconnected, to bring into your mind, into your heart, into your being, the awareness that you and I are spiritual beings having a human experience. And connecting with the self is as easy as noticing the breath. Remembering that spirit, life, the creative intelligence is as near as our next breath. It is constant. Every moment, you and I are divinely supported, divinely guided, divinely inspired. And all it requires from us is a little awareness, a little willingness. Breathing in and breathing out. On the in-breath, we remember that we are spirit itself. On the out-breath, allow yourself to relax a little more deeply into the chair you are sitting in or the floor you're sitting on. Breathing in and breathing out. And on the next out breath, feel that sense of relaxation flow right from the top of your head down over the face. Allow the jaw to release into the shoulders, letting them drop just slightly. And as you relax further on the next out breath, notice this relaxation flow down your upper body into the small of the back, down into the sitting bones as you sit in peace and calm. Breathing in and breathing out. And on the next out breath, allow the lower body to relax. Your legs may even become a little heavy. Let the knees release down to the ankles and to the feet that are grounded in the earth. Breathing in and breathing out. You may notice as you relax your body consciously, your mind may take the cue and say, it's time to just settle. So there's nothing you need to think about, or no problems to solve, nothing to do for the next little bit. If you become distracted or if you have thoughts that come into your mind, don't resist them, just let them drift on through. You can pick them up again later if you want to. Breathing in and breathing out. And now let's move into silence. Nothing to think about or be aware of until you hear again the sound of my voice. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you bring yourself gently back from this quiet time you have given yourself, allow yourself to bring with you to maintain any sense of peace or calm that occurred for you in meditation. No rush to pick up the busyness. And if you did not have a serene feeling in the meditation, allow that to release and give thanks for this time without judgment, knowing that it is a space you have created for yourself and that the benefits are realized. Breathing in and breathing out. That life-giving air so readily available. A symbol of the spiritual support of an entire universe that wants only your good. All of the peace, the power, the support, the love, the energy, the vitality that you shall ever need is as near as that next breath. Breathing in and breathing out. So in love and peace and gratitude, let us release this meditation. Let us give thanks for the opportunity to be here to do this, to be living in freedom, that we might gather together or gather online to affirm our spiritual nature and know that we are one, that there is one, and it is being each one here. Breathing in and breathing out, releasing in gratitude. All is well, and so it is. Now taking another nice breath, becoming aware of your body, wiggling fingers and toes, and bringing yourself fully back into this space, knowing that in just a few moments the sanctuary will become busy, or at home you can catch a cup of tea before the service. Namaste.
Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and you're feeling in the dumps. Don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Things in life feel bad, they can really make you mad. Oh, and other things can make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And that will help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. For life begins in truth and ends in truth the same. So why not be consistent in between? Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. It's your life now, enjoy it and sing out loud. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right 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 side of life.
Woohoo! Elevation! That was a fun way to start out the morning. Hi, everybody. How are ya? Hi, Love Stream people. How are you? Boy, lots going on today. Of course, it's a Labor Day weekend. It's also Pride weekend. I actually didn't expect this many people. Thought everybody would be either laboring or priding, but you guys came here instead. I'm so happy. Welcome everybody to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I don't think we have anybody new, but just in case we do, I'll introduce myself. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a Center for Spiritual Living, there's a few things you need to know. As you can see from the slide here, we are a faith tradition. I never call us a religion. We are a faith tradition that honors all faith traditions. We honor all paths to understanding. There can't be just one way to believe, one way to express the divine. 8 billion people on the planet, that's just people. That isn't, how many of you have pets who individualize their God selves in their own way? Absolutely. So come on, there cannot be just one way to be. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are absolutely welcome here. So happy you decided to spend your Sunday with us. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of loosey-goosey. I don't know what gave me that idea. Maybe because we just sang, always look on the bright side of life on a Sunday morning. You got to love it. And we whistled. So you know that wasn't me. So we are going to stand up again, and we are going to sing, and this is We Come Together. You'll love this one if you don't know it already. Amy sings the part in regular font, and we sing the part in the italic, so it's easy to get. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
I don't see you moving.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Say, I recognize the God in you.
Recognize the God in you.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Awesome. That's a fun one. That's got such a fun beat. So, folks, you know, it's September. Can you believe it? Well, I know, like last week it was just August. And now it's September. I know. So we've got a bunch of things that are going on that are starting up here in the center. And the first one I want to tell you about is the tiny forest planting. I got to tell you, I am so excited about this project. And I didn't have anything to do with it except for say, yeah, let's make it happen. So this group, the Calgary Climate Hub, came to us and said, we are committed to increasing the number of trees that are in Alberta, that are in, particularly in Calgary. We will take care of everything, and we will use your land if you're okay with that. So they came and they hoed and they catted and they did all this stuff to get the land, which is right back here, get it ready to plant for next week, where we're going to plant 200 meters worth of tiny trees. So this is not planting big old giant evergreens or something like this. It's going to be tiny little plants that we then are going to water and nurture and add more. We're going to help to beautify the planet, the air, and everything. And so everyone is invited to participate. It's not a big heavy-duty work or anything like that, but we do need bodies. We need at least 30, and I think we've got 20-something signed up already. So if this is calling to you, we really appreciate it. It's right after service. We're going to feed you. We're going to order some pizza. We're going to have drinks there. And it's a 1 or 2 hour shift, so we're not talking about anything really, really strenuous or like the whole afternoon. But next week, it's absolutely fine. Come in your plantain clothes if you feel like that, and come and join us. It's, you know, we do a lot of cool things at this center. Our farm is a cool thing. Some of the other things that we've done, and this is a cool thing that we're doing that's good for the planet, it's good for the city, and it's good for the center and our community. So I hope everybody is, and Lovestream people, by all means, come down right around noon if you're in town and want to do that. We'd love to see you there as well. Consciousness in the creative process. Rev Val, do you want to come and say something about this class that's coming up? She pronounces it Troward. I pronounce it Troward. Graham, you're from Scotland. How is it pronounced? Marjorie has it. I think Marjorie has the mic. So it's Troward. That's the compromise. And Rev Rao is going to be teaching that starting on the 13th.
Yes, in Europe, in Great Britain, it would be called Troward. Here it's Troward. Neither one's wrong. It's just potatoes.
But which one is right? I really like being right.
Well, if he would have called himself Troward.
He called himself Troward?
He would have called himself Troward, yes.
Okay, fine.
Just so you know.
All right.
Okay, so this class, Consciousness in the Creative Process, is taking a journey with Thomas Troward. Troward, whatever. Into his principles. And he believed in the principle of taking the principles of the universal principles and making them accessible to our life now. So that was his whole thing, was, and his famous one was that principle has no precedence. So I love Troward. I find him very exciting, although some people don't. They find him challenging because his book's written in long paragraphs in old-fashioned language that sometimes get your head wrapped around it. But we're going to do that, and then a deep dive into the creative process and how and how in taking on how your growth in your consciousness, how to track that sort of thing. So it's amazing. It's on Wednesday nights at 6:30. You must have foundations as a pre-request, but come and join us. It'll be a great, fun day. 5 weeks.
Thank you, Val.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. So, so we are making foundations a prerequisite, or the Science of Mind classes that we used to call Science of Mind 101 through 104. You need to have something like that to be able to dive into Troward. And the other thing is, and online people, this is going to be an in-person only class. We're doing in-person only the rest of this year, including the upcoming foundations class. So it will not be offered hybrid at this point. We are working to make that work a little bit better for everyone. So both the consciousness and the creative process by that guy, and the foundations class that's coming up in February, or in November. Thank you. October will be online only. And then in the winter, I will do, in person only. And then in the winter, I will do an online Zoom class for foundations. So there are options available, just not hybrid. Okay, so that's that. And the last one is Sonia DeLeo is one of our very, very delightful soloists that comes and sings for us every once in a while. She's actually nominated for a folk songwriting award, which I'm sure she will reveal that when she is here on Sunday, Friday the 15th. Doors open at 7:30. The show's at 8. It's only $20. You can e-transfer that. Just put Sonia or concert or something like that, and just come and support her, and also listen to some really great music. So that's 2 weeks from. That's in 2 weeks on Friday. So I think that's all I've got to tell you about. I think so. So we're going to now, that's our business part. We're going to put that to the side now, and we're going to now step into our more sacred part of our service. So I'm going to invite Reverend Marjorie Contenti to come up. She's going to do our spiritual mind treatment. Amy's going to lead us through a chant. And I'd like to invite any of our other ministers and practitioners to please come forward and line up the stage. I don't know, you all know what a bounty we have of having these ministers and practitioners in service to you. And I've heard some people say that it's a little intimidating to ask for treatment or to ask for prayer after service. And it's like, yeah, I know, it's so simple, because what you don't know about them is that they are longing to have you come talk to them. And and when you don't, they leave here all bummed out, and they're like, nobody came to us for not quite, but they really do love to do what they do. So please ask a practitioner after service for treatment. Yes, please.
We want to work with you not because we think you're broken or you need fixing. We want to work with you because we want to help you affirm your own spiritual nature, which is that you are whole, complete, and perfect. So when you come for treatment with us, we're not doing anything to you. We are simply stating the truth about you when you may be having a little bit of a challenge remembering it for yourself. Or sometimes you come and you just, you're not here and you want to get here. You just want a little tune-up. Just a little, I do that myself. I'll go to a practitioner when I'm just, could be clearer on my spiritual nature. So I just want to affirm that this isn't about fixing you. You're fine. We just want to be here for you.
Yes. Okay, Amy, thank you.
Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my Open wide my heart.
I declare the truth that there is one life, one spirit, a single creative intelligence that is ever present, that is infinite, that is constantly giving and giving and giving of itself into a world that is whole, complete, and perfect. This presence is evident in everything, visible and invisible. Every tiny particle of life, right up to the full expression of an entire country, an entire planet. Life, this life with a capital L, is being played out in the arenas of our minds and in the arenas of the world and the body of the affairs of the world. I speak this truth in the first person because I know that it is so for each one. All of us are part of this same one life. I know that I am its expression. I am the transformer of this multifaceted, powerful energy from the invisible into the visible. Everything that I do is supported, it is underpinned by this energy of love and peace and power and vitality. I am an intelligence making its way in the world. In every relationship I'm part of, I bring love and peace and joy. I know myself as the abundance of the universe. There is so much more than enough to go around. So I bring in things to my experience and I release them in this wonderful flow of energy. And I am the health and wholeness and vitality and strength of spirit. Every part of me knows itself as health. I am mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally alive and well, thank you very much. And I am the creative expression of spirit. So I bring to my play, to my relationships, to my work, an intelligence and a creativity that allows me to see not the problems, but the solutions. So knowing myself as all of this, as life in action, I give thanks. I give thanks for this understanding. I give thanks that I am a self-declaring being in every moment at choice in creating a life of joy and meaning. Spirit is being me in my full magnificence. Wow. And I'm in gratitude for each one here, that in this sanctuary, in this center, and the folks online, that each of us is this power in action, and together we rule the world. So in deep gratitude, I release this word, knowing it is the truth as spoken, and that I have not declared anything new into being. I am simply tapping into the awareness that this energy is here all the time. So releasing this word, knowing that it is so, I declare, and so it is.
Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart.
If you would like to join us, please speak along with us. Our vision statement of the Calgary Centre for Spiritual Living, which we really strive to be and to live. The Calgary Centre for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And our mission, how we make this happen, is the Calgary Centre for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness.
Thank you, Reverend Marjorie. Thank you, Amy and Steph. And thank you, my beloveds, for always being here and being such a wonderful support to our center. I mentioned it when I first got up here today, and I said Happy Pride. And then as we were reading this, I again saw that inspires individuals to revere their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. And that includes our acknowledgement of being an inclusive community, that we truly are open to people of any sexual orientation, any choices along those lines, or this is how you are in life. We really just want to be sure that we understand that we are an inclusive community. So happy Pride to everybody. We're not marching in the parade, but we are there in mind. So, do you love our band? Are they just like the best? I know. And this song in particular was a request of mine because of today. So please welcome Amy Bishop, Steph, whatever her name is, that guy, and this dude here, and her.
Loosey goosey.
Oh, I'm not, yeah. That's all I got. Please welcome Elevation.
Steph Chapman's going to lead us in this one. Tumbled out of bed and I stumbled to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets the traffic starts thumping, with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They'll just use your mind and they'll never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, for service and devotion. You might think that I would deserve a better promotion. We'll just move ahead, but the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. They let you dream just to watch them shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you've got dreams they'll never take away. Same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in, when the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll you away. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They'll just move your mind and they'll never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, well, they got you where they want you. There's a better life and you dream about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you'll spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking
drive you crazy if you live 9 to 5.
Woo! Ha ha! Woo!
Steph Chapman, everybody.
Thank you.
I remembered Steph Chapman, Louise Tovar, Brendan McElroy, Amy Bishop, and how about some love for our lighting and sound guys up top? I think they have as much fun as we do. I'm not touching anything. I know. Is it me? Is it me? Really? Talk that was called standing. Okay. And one more time, please. So in addition to it being Pride weekend, it's also Labor Day weekend. And all over North America, I don't think they do it in countries other than North America, but people are gathering for the last 3-day weekend of the summer. It actually has a purpose, Labor Day. It was started way back in the 1800s to honor those who labored in their jobs, people who worked for the unions, that type of thing. Let's honor the worker. And then, as is wont to happen in North America, soon it was declared the first Monday of September, and it's a day for us to celebrate the last weekend of summer. Let's face it, we're not really thinking about Labor Day, or maybe you all are. Not so much? Okay, yeah. However, we are going to talk today about kind of the spiritual look about why we work. All these things. And I realize several of us are retired. Not everybody is retired. So if you are still working, this talk is for you. If you are retired, this talk is for how you used to be. And I'm going to jump ahead here for just a second. How you do anything is how you do everything. So that is also true for your retirement. If you think about that, the fact that you are not working. So we're going to take a spiritual look at it. So the first question is, why do we work? Why do we work? For most of us, it's to get a paycheck, yes? Yeah? I mean, I love my job, but I still get a paycheck, so it's one of the reasons why I do it, okay? But for most of us, it's not the only reason why we work. We like being challenged, yeah. We like working with other people. We want to be productive members of society. But what we may not realize is that, as with most things in life, work is a spiritual practice if we choose to use it that way. Because everything, we are conscious co-creators with life with a capital L. I love that Marjorie used that. So because we are conscious co-creators, that means that everything that we do can be a powerful spiritual practice if we choose to see it that way. So, and now I come to this slide for real, which is how you do anything is how you do everything. In other words, the consciousness with which you move through life, along with your attitude, applies to everything we do. So when we devote our lives to more fully express spirit, then everything we do either enhances or detracts from our experience. You hear what I'm saying? Everything we do enhances or detracts from our expression of the divine. Because if you think about it, the majority of us the time that we spend at work is more than the time we spend with our families, with our lovers, with our spiritual centers, with our friends. So if we spend so much time doing a job that we are choosing to do because nobody is forcing you to do the job that you're doing, then doesn't it make sense that we should have the highest possible thoughts and attitudes about our work? Can I get an amen? Yes, absolutely. So one of the basic metaphysical laws that I'm always talking about is the law of attraction. We all know about the law of attraction, which basically says that now Ernest Holmes wouldn't have put it this way, but the vibe what we put out into the world is what we attract back to us. In fact, Ernest Holmes did say this. He said, everyone automatically attracts to himself just what he is. Therefore, wherever we are, however intolerable the situation may be, we are just where we belong. There is no power in the universe but ourselves that can free us. So if we are putting out, I hate my job vibe, then by virtue of the law of attraction, chances are we are going to attract and continue attracting jobs we hate. I know of what I speak. I've shared this before, but it's Labor Day and it's my story, so I'm going to tell you again. I've had a number of different jobs in my adult life. I was a gas station attendant with a university degree. I was a retail clerk, my first job, Woolworths. I was in the candy department. What am I, like a walking advertisement? I mean, come on, folks. All right. I was a bartender, also with a university degree. I was a secretary. I was an executive assistant. And absolutely every boss I ever had in my life was a jerk. Now, what are the odds of that, right? Now, never mind that I thought that the world owed me a living. Never mind the fact that during my bartending days, I drank my salary's worth of booze every night, of course. And forget about the fact that after I sobered up, I still was so full of myself that I thought that I should be on top of the corporate ladder right away. So, of course, none of my bosses treated me with the kind of honor and respect that I thought that I deserved. I mean, didn't they know who I was? Didn't they know how smart I was? Didn't they know how popular I was, how much I had to offer? Well, the bottom line is they didn't, because that's not how I was showing up. Instead of being willing to do a good job, I did just enough to get by. Instead of being a team player, I wanted to be a star right away. Instead of appreciating what I had, I was always looking for greener pastures and more respect and better pay and more whatever. And guess what? I got fired a lot. I spent so much of my time being entitled and resentful that eventually my bosses stopped putting up with me despite all of my talents that I certainly reminded them of all the time. And each time I was devastated. How could they do this to me? I worked so hard. I was so loyal. I was so good. But I wasn't. I had an attitude of the world owes me a living, and a good one. So you might be wondering how it is that I am here now doing this, the best job in the world, because this is my job. This is my job. So what changed? Did I just get lucky? Did I win the lottery? And I could do anything in the world that I wanted, so I decided to become a minister? Not likely. Okay. What changed was me, my attitude, my consciousness changed. Instead of looking at my job for what they could do for me, I shifted my attitude to what can I do? How can I serve? Eric Butterworth, who wrote that wonderful book, Spiritual Economics, actually wrote about this. And he said, work is and should be considered by every worker a giving process. Let your work, whatever it may involve, be an outworking of the creative flow, engaged in through the sheer joy of fulfilling your divine nature. In other words, when we approach our work, for me, as a giving process, we're not only prospering our employer, just like the song 9 to 5 sang about, but we are prospering ourselves as well. In other words, as we give in our jobs, we are receiving because of that immutable law of what goes around comes around. Therefore, a custodian can be just as happy as a rock star. All a question of attitude. Now, I know I sound like a motivational poster that's in every corporate office everywhere. But Oliver Wendell Holmes said this: every calling is great when greatly pursued. You guys ever see the Men in Kilts guys? Okay, that's another story for another day. When we stay in an attitude of resentment and anger and feeling unfulfilled, we are effectively blocking our own good. You understand? We are standing on the garden hose of our own lives. We're blocking creativity. We're blocking, expression. Because the truth of the matter is we are here to express spirit. That is why we are here. We are here to allow our unique selves that has the name Spirit attached to it. We are God at a local address. So if we spend our time in resentment and in frustration, we are blocking our expression. But when we choose to give of ourselves, we are allowing the flow. We're allowing Spirit to make itself known through us. And when that happens, really, who cares what work we're doing? Because we're being life. We're being life in expression. And a really wonderful thing happens with that shift in attitude. As our consciousness shifts, our opportunities also shift. Eric Butterworth also wrote this: when you discipline yourself to earn your wings every day on the job, one of two things will happen. One, your consciousness will bring about a change in the job, making it right for you and you for the company. Or two, another job will open up for you and you will be able to leave in a way that is beneficial to all concerned. I'm going to read that again. When you discipline yourself to earn your wings every day on the job, one of two things will happen. One, your consciousness, your vibe will bring about a change in the job, making you right for it and it right for you. Or another job will open up for you and you will be able to leave in a way that is beneficial to all concerned. So the reason that I'm so passionate about this is my story. It happened for me exactly this way. So I had been in this particular job for a number of years, and as a result of some resentment on my part, combined with repetitive stress, it was in the days when there was nothing ergonomic, right? I manifested carpal tunnel syndrome, and I had surgery on both of my wrists. And by that time, I was a practitioner and I was a ministerial student, so I was still learning this stuff as well. And my consciousness, though, was beginning to go through a bit of a change. And I knew in my heart of hearts that eventually I would be lifted out of this situation that I was in, where it was a good enough job and there were nice enough people, but it wasn't what I'm here to do. So I had the surgery, and when I returned from having surgery, my boss told me that while I was gone, they realized that they didn't need me anymore. Yeah. And it sounds really cold. But it was a wonderful answer to treatment because I was able to leave a job that I wasn't enjoying, and I got a nice little severance package, and I took my time looking for another job. And when I eventually went back to work, it was for a woman that I absolutely loved. She was wonderful. We bonded immediately, and I enjoyed being in service to her and to the company. And the ironic thing was, I was doing basically the exact same job that I had been doing before for less money. But I didn't care because I had changed. My consciousness had changed. I was there to be in service. And long story short, I continued to work there, doing my best, giving of myself, being a giver. And within 8 months, no word of a lie, my dream job as a senior minister of the center in Temecula, California, came available. And I was able to be lifted out of my current position and landed in my first ministry job, which was 25 years ago next month. Yeah. Bernard Baruch said, "Making a success of the job at hand is the best step toward the kind you want." I believe that when I became a giver to life instead of a taker, my life changed. When I chose to be a giver. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house building business. He wanted to live a more leisurely life with his wife and to enjoy his extended family. Yes, he would miss the paycheck, but he needed to retire. They would get by. Well, the contractor, his boss, was sorry to see his good worker was going to go, and he asked him if he would build just one more house as a personal favor. So the carpenter said yes, he would do it, but in time, it became apparent that his heart wasn't in the work. And he was doing some shoddy workmanship, and he was using inferior products, and it was an unfortunate way to end a really, really good and dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, he handed the keys to the employer who came to inspect the house. And the employer handed the keys back and said, "This is your house. This is my gift to you." And the carpenter was shocked. What a shame. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have done it so much differently. And so it is with us. We build our lives one day at a time, sometimes putting less than our best into the building. And then with a shock, we realize that we have to live in the house that we built. The choices that we are making today, happy Pride, and so it is. Thank you. Are you by yourself? Sure. Did you know you were by yourself? Oh, hear them come. Here those guys are. Yeah. Well, either they were mesmerized or bored, and I'm going to choose mesmerized. Please welcome Elevation.
Imagine what you want and get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's what you really want, 'cause your mind was made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it might go. Whenever you are sleeping, your dreams take you away. Go on with your dreaming. Listen to what they say. If you hear spirits talking, their wisdom can't be bought. Apply it to your thinking, 'cause energy follows thought. Mind is in control, even when you don't know. And if you let it idle, there's no telling where it will go. Imagine what you want, get out of the way. This energy follows thought. Be careful what you say. Imagine what you want, get out of the way, 'cause energy follows thought. So be careful what you say.
Amy Bishop, Steph Chapman, Louise Tovar, Brendan McElroy, and that song was by Willie Nelson. Isn't that cool? That old codger got some stuff going on, don't he? Dang. So, how do you feel? Pretty good? You got the rest of the weekend. So here we go. This is my opportunity to tell you how to support the center. Our online people, thank you for sending in your tithes and your gifts. Thank you for using your e-transfers. Those of you who regularly e-transfer to support the center, thank you so much. Those of you who regularly give on Sundays, thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated. So I invite everybody to take their tithe, their gift, their offering, their donation, hold it to their heart. And let's say our conscious giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me, multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. And so it is, and we're going to sing I Thank Love. Here we go. Let's invite the kids in. Come on in, kids. Microphone with Marjorie.
Is it on?
It is on.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
All right. This is our small but mighty group today. And this is Maya and Kenzie. And we just hung out and did some crafts. And we talked about school that's starting next week. New beginnings, new school. And I think they're both looking forward to making friends.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, let's bring Soleil up so that we can have all of our littles here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please give a hand to Miss Marquita who filled in today. We're so grateful.
Thank you.
We can always use help with the fun day, and as you can see, they're awesome kids. So we'd love to add some people to our list of teachers and helpers. To be a teacher, you need to have had foundations. To be a helper, you just need to be a great person who loves kids. So maybe I'll do that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to do our closing. Do you remember what we do? We rub our hands together. Okay, so we're going to do that together. Let's everybody stand up. We're going to rub our hands together. We're going to send that energy out to wherever it's needed. And you know where that is in your own heart and mind. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Thanks for being here. Woohoo!
When I get older, they think I'm a fool. The teacher told me week, everybody.